There's been so much going on with LEGO recently that it's hard to keep track of it all. You've got the announcement of the Viking Village set, you've got the release of the September 1st sets like Gringotts and some Star Wars sets. You also had the announcement of the 49 finalists for the Ideas Review Period 2 in 2023. But lost in the mix was LEGO's first half financial report. And so this video is going to break down some of the results from that report and at the end tell you the 5 most popular themes so far in 2023. The yearly financial reports tend to get more buzz, but I still think it's interesting to look at the first half report. Why? Well, because it gives us an indication as to how the toy market is doing, in particular, that for the world's largest toy company. That's right, LEGO, if you didn't know, is the largest toy company in the entire world. According to this May 2023 article from Yahoo Finance, the toy industry was valued at nearly $141 billion in 2021. LEGO was responsible for over 6% of that, or roughly $8.5 billion US dollars. Coming in second place was a Japanese company, Bandai Namco, which brought in $7.3 billion. Now that's a lot of money, but how well is LEGO doing compared to previous years? Well, looking at the report, not quite as well. Revenue is up slightly over the first half of 2022 at 27.4 billion Danish krone compared to 27 billion in the first half last year. But expenses climbed a bit, meaning that net profits were down from 6.2 Danish krone to 5.1 billion. It's important to remember that expenses come in a variety of forms. You've got labor, you've got the expansion of your production facilities like factories in Vietnam and the United States. You have the development of new lines and themes like the Dreams theme. You also have LEGO's initiative to reduce their carbon footprint. All of these add to the expenses, especially during an inflationary period like we've been having so far over the last couple of years. Another bragging point for the company, though, was the increase in LEGO brand stores. The first half of 2023 saw 89 new store openings for a total of 988 worldwide. And in fact, LEGO just opened their 1,000th store a few days ago in San Antonio, Texas. What do these numbers tell us about LEGO as a company? Well, profits were down a little bit first half 2023 compared to first half of 2022. That's despite the fact that revenue went up because, again, expenses went up by even more. But LEGO is still making money. Just because profits are down doesn't mean they're no longer making anything off of their product. In fact, in this report, LEGO announced that they had a 3% increase in sales in the first half of 2023 compared to the first half of 2022. However, I'm not sure if this number includes the actual raw total of sets or if it's just a monetary value, which could mean that LEGO actually sold fewer sets in the first half of 2023 because of price hikes that went into effect in the second half of 2022. In their report, LEGO paints the decreased revenue in the context of a declining toy market. According to Reuters, the overall toy market declined by 7%, so a 3% increase is still pretty solid. Does that mean LEGO is going to be slashing prices? No. They are, after all, opening up those factories in the US and Vietnam to help get rid of some of the supply chain problems that they've had and produce more sets. What that means is we don't appear to be at market saturation quite yet, so there's no need for them to cut prices. And that's a good thing. I want LEGO to make money. When that happens, they take some risks and produce some pretty cool sets. When they're struggling financially, that means they're not offering as good of a product as before, and if we take a look at some of the early 2000 sets, yeah, they weren't very good. I will note also that it doesn't mean there's any sort of price hike coming up just because profits are down or LEGO sees some opportunity. The company did say in their press release for the first half financial report that they don't plan on increasing prices anytime soon. While I don't always trust them, I don't have any reason to believe that they are lying at this point in time. The second reason this report is interesting is because it gives us a glimpse into the top 5 themes that LEGO has come out with so far in 2023. Now, we don't know the order of the themes, so we don't know which one is number 5 versus number 1, but we do know the top 5. The 5 most popular themes represent a mix of original IP and licensed themes. Unsurprisingly, Star Wars is listed here, which definitely tracks with the amount of attention the theme gets on places like Eurobricks, Brickset, and on YouTube. Another top 5 theme, this one that surprised me a bit, is Technic. It's not a theme that I enjoy too much, but I know a lot of you do, and so good for Technic. LEGO City continues to be a pretty hot commodity, which I think is a good thing, given that I like a lot of the sets they produced this year. I think there was a definite shift from the old mentality on City to a newer, more updated, fresher look for some of those City sets, and so if that's selling well, good for them. Another top 5 theme is Friends. Now, Friends went through a significant reboot in terms of the cast of characters this year, and it could be doing well because of that. If you look back to last year's top 5 themes, Friends was not one of them. So perhaps this new reboot is doing something for their market share. The last of the top 5 themes is LEGO Icons, the theme for us adults. It's the theme that gives us our display pieces as well as a chance to relive our childhood through the re-release of some of those sets that we're nostalgic for. In all, the only change in the top 5 is Harry Potter dropping off and Friends entering the list for the first time since 2020. LEGO went through a couple of crazy years during COVID where revenues and profits skyrocketed. So far in 2023, that's not the case, although LEGO is still making money. They're still pulling in some profits, which means that financially they are a healthy company. They are increasing their market share as toy companies around the world are facing some problems, like particularly Mattel and others. That's a good thing for LEGO. I think that will be a good thing for us. There are more details in the report, but I'm not going to go into all of them here because they're going to release their full 2023 report in March of 2024, so we might dive into some of those details at that point in time. In the meantime, check out this video right here that the YouTube algorithm thinks you will like. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and always remember to keep building together.